That makes sense. Inkling Rob is very good, and Astral's been preferably going Inkling most of this game, only switching to hero against Puff and Bowser. So definitely has a very competent Inkling, and definitely looking to get big Inkling combos against Big Body Rob. I wonder if he's learnt gyro combos. I feel like that could really help with Rob as a character.
Oh, the reset!
Oh, smart going for the jab lock. This is a lot of really good sustained pressure, and Snowglobe's sitting pretty at 104%, and in the corner.
Yeah, a little bit of an obvious roller there though from Astral, Among Us or Snowglobes. I'm just going to call them Snowglobes until we get to grand final. Snowglobes has been able to just really easily shield that and then get a nice little punish, but still, of course, only 80% on the Inkling here. One up throw up air might do it if it still confirms, which I'm not quite sure about, but we'll see. I mean, Rob is a heavy character and a large character as well. It's going to certainly work in their favor, but there's a quick mash from Astral to get out of that situation. No up smash for Snowglobes quite yet.
I think both of these players have very quick mashes, and in both of these matchups, that's very important. So we're not going to see too many gimmicks in that from that point of view. But Snowglobes is just trying to be a bit more patient, trying to wall out Astral now, and stall in the air and just make it harder to trap him, but unable to deal with this pressure really, and taking much higher percent. Astral kind of fishing for that back air now, needs a kill. The Carol Roller would do it.
Yeah, and this is where it gets difficult for the Inkling. You know, although these confirms are basically off the charts here, the only confirm they potentially can get is the roller, but that is a very risky option to throw out against the Roppy, who's so very strong, can kill you in one move, especially if you're at 150 yourself. So both these players are really holding onto their stock as if their life depends on it, as it does. But there's another good roll read.
And Snowglobes is now really in a very advantageous position because Astral's going to get very impatient, going to start looking for kills, and that's kind of where you want to be as someone who's playing more campy. Gets like a solid 36 before reset, and I think the problem with finding a kill finding a kill for Inkling in this matchup is that Inkling's going to have to use throws a lot, as we saw, because a lot of Inkling's moves condition you to shield, and Inkling's throws don't really kill, which normally isn't terrible because you're setting up for like ledge trapping and edge guarding, but you don't really have to deal with that if you're Rob. So finding a kill can be really difficult because your main like way of finding kills, which is usually just like ledge trapping and edge guarding, kind of doesn't really exist. We're gonna see something? No.
Yeah. Nice fast match.
Too quick. Yeah,
as you said, both these players are having some quite fast matches, so getting out just in time to avoid that forward smash. And yeah, I mean, as you said, let's see what Snowglobes can do here. Looking for that one confirm percent right now, certainly in Snowglobes' favor, as the Rob's just way heavier. Looking for those gyros, gets the neutral air, sending Astral into the air. But none of them quite finding the killing blow yet, and this is really more or less looking like the first stock, but there is the confirm of the gyro into the back air.
Snowglobes begging Astral to neutral get up there, saying go on, do it. I know there's one frame of invul, but I am mashing this down throw, and I'm getting that confirm.
And did so indeed, and now it gets a nice string that gets some massive damage on Astral, and there is the back air read on that jump. Snowglobes is going to take the first game.
Really early. And Snowglobes doing what I was talking about in the first stock and just abusing the fact that Astral has to look for a kill. Astral has to approach, and Astral's going to get impatient doing that. And you can get your nair confirms and your throw combos by just kind of waiting for Astral to come to you and punishing his approaches.
That was really good, actually. You know, the game was really even up until that point where Snowglobes got the second stock off. Both players were at high percent, and then Snowglobes absolutely went off with those combos and those reads, man. So good. Love to see it.
Yeah, definitely. And the question is that like a sustained thing? Does Snowglobes have the download? Is it just because Astral was fishing too hard for the kill? Is Astral going to come back and adapt in a way that Snowglobes isn't necessarily prepared for? there's a lot of sort of there's a lot of good options available to you.
I would say it's certainly possible here for Astral to make it back with the Inkling if they don't want to go for the hero in this matchup. I can certainly also see the hero just to challenge the range a little bit more. But if they want to stick with the Inkling, there's certainly some possibility to just clean up some more of those confirms maybe. You know, getting those kills earlier is really what Astral's going to have to look for, because letting Rob live to max rage is super scary. And we're going to stick with the Inkling. Yeah. All right. Let's get into it here. Game 2. Potential for Snow Globes to close it out 2-0 and to move on to losers finals against Squirrel. But not if Astral has anything to say about it. PS2 is going to be the pick, and what do you think about that for Astral here?
I think, again, it's a very neutral stage. It's very good for Rob, but it's probably also pretty good for Inkling. I wouldn't, like... I'd say just because it's long, and because it has good, like, side blast zones and ceiling blast zones, it's probably a bit better for Rob. But I think a lot of people just default to PS2 because it's the most neutral stage in the game, really. So it's very hard to go wrong with it.
Yeah, and I think the better stages here for Astral's probably been banned out by Snow Globes as well. Oh man, the gyro interrupting the combo there from Astral. Snow Globes taking advantage of it, getting some damage there as well with the grab. And still, once again, looking here in Snow Globes' favor, but this is still very early goings. There's still much to play here in this set, or in this game rather.
Oh, Snow Globes again going for the down tilt setups, but not getting it. That could have been down tilt, Barry, and maybe a kill. But with a commanding percent lead now, definitely looking for like that nair to back air or just a solid back air confirm. Astral just kind of waiting, being patient. Snow Globes is going to have to approach if he wants the kill! Smart read. Again, just dashing in to bait out the roll in, knowing that Astral, when that bait has been set, Astral's been taking it throughout the set, so just recognizing that and going for it again. Very smart.
Yeah, and Snow Globes is so smart in that regard as well, placing the gyro down just to, you know, get those approaches out of the picture here from Astral, because they're usually done through dashes, because Inkling dash is really good. But as the gyro is grounded, it's gonna clash every single time.
Yeah, so it can be very difficult for Inkling to deal with that. Again, getting another nair. I mean, Snow Globes now full stock ahead. Astral really needs to start finding some kind of confirm kills soon. Like, Snow Globes' DI has been pretty decent. Astral's just not been able to get anything going. Which can be a real problem.
And those quick options from Rob after a more laggy option like the neutral air, you know, you come down, neutral air, almost no lag when landing it correctly, and then you get those down tilts, and even though Astral, you know, thought that I had the read, they just can't really get anything started. Getting those buries though with the roller is going to be one way to take those stock off, but once again, almost letting Snow Globes live to 150% certainly has to somehow find a way to take those stocks earlier.
Yeah.
Which is how do you do that? I mean, there's some nice combos there. Inkling gameplay, basically, very free-flowing stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Astral's been trying to loop into throws for a while. Lucky to not get the kill there. Forward air, not going to take it, but Snow Globes doesn't have a jump.
No!
Oh! Tried to tech it, but fell out of the multi-hits. They just buffered air dodge. That sucks. But the up throw up air taking it.
It's a cheeky little taunt there as well.
Yeah, we're in an even position pretty much. Snow Globes immediately going for attack down the platform, but now he's inked up, and that's going to be really tough because obviously Inkling gets so much extra damage and general buffs when their opponent's inked up.
Yeah, and this is why Inkling's jab is just so good. Not only does it deal massive damage, but it also gets you inked up like to full. It's actually ridiculous how good the jab.
Yeah, it's the best rapid jab in the game by like a country mile.
Yeah, it's not as applicable in this particular matchup because Rob's really good at spacing the Inkling out. But when you connect it, it's almost worth it every single time. You can see one way.
The smart low profile there. Just to use shield neutral B. And
Ooh, what a
in with the
catch.
up air. Very nice catch. Astral got a lot better with his combos as time went on. He got a lot better with juggling generally. And I'd say that he sort of adapted to Snowglow's defensive options quite well. And ended up kind of dealing with it, ended up taking advantage of what he has in the matchup, which is long combos and solid strings. So I wonder what stage we will see next. Probably some bans, some interesting picks.
If you're Rob here, because this is Snowglobes' counter pick, I would expect something along the lines of Town and City. Maybe Smashville, but I don't expect Smashville here. I think this is more in Inkling's favor. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
A small little palette change here once again for Snowglobes. He likes to switch it around a bit. All right,
Yeah, Snowglobes doesn't have character counter picks. He just picks a different skin and pretends it's a different character.
Oh no, we're going back to
Maybe
PS2. Alright.
Alright, yeah. I don't think either of them particularly hate this stage. I think they're both comfortable running it back, so... I know Snowglobes hasn't seemed very particular about stages this entire run, and generally I don't think he is that much. But yeah. It's a really good start from him, actually. Astral not spacing these aerials as well as Snowglobes has been, and Snowglobes has found a few openings because of that. But the big rapid jab coming out.
I feel like every single time Astral finds his way around the gyro, it just looks way better for the Inkling. You know, as long as the gyro is out, it protects Snowglobes. Snowglobes is in a big advantage, but the few times that Astral has found a way around, has always been able to get at least something onto Snowglobes here.
Definitely, I just think the fact that it's I'm interested as to why Astral is throwing out a lot of these nades because they aren't really working. But what I was gonna say is yeah, the fact that you can just deal with Inkling dash in the way that Rob Gyro can is really strong. It basically turns one of the key approach options in Inkling's game plan into something that she can't really do, and that kind of sucks in this matchup specifically. But obviously Inkling does still have big combos, does still have some strong juggling and edge guarding, so the matchup's by no means, you know, bad for either character.
Certainly, I mean, we saw Astral finding some good openings in the last game as well to close it out, specifically towards the end, where they've been really getting into the groove. And that's going to be an easy punish, though, on that side B on shield. Not a safe move on shield at all, but it's very prone to releasing shield too early. But that is the up air on the platform.
That wasn't,
take it.
I mean, it's like annoying to DI it because it's a little bit RNG where the angle goes, but that probably wasn't great DI, I'll be honest. But it is PS2, so maybe it was just fine. And you know, being on the platform on PS2 is just a terrible place to be, so maybe you will die at 90 to a roll up air. Again, another up air consistently getting those. Wasn't actually consistently getting those in the game that he lost earlier on in the set, but
yeah, I like to see those confirms coming through for Astral a little bit more, where they, you know, really get more reliable damage. But at this point, I think at 128, those confirms are more or less off the table, so this could be really difficult here for Astral now to close out this stock here. Gets the forward air, but it's not going to quite do it. And, you know, Snowglow's going to very quickly just get back to center.
Trying to reset. That nair was big, and it's unfortunate he didn't, like, capitalize off of it, because that could have really helped him make the most of the fact that Astral's looking for a kill now and is kind of fishing. Astral's doing a good job at using gyro to get space. Astral's doing a good job of using full hop as well to, like, get in. Those nades paying off, but it's sent the wrong way.
Oh man, this bad bomb. I thought that was death for sure, but launching into the wrong way is really bad for Astral, because look at those percents on Snowglobes right now. A full range Rob is one of the scariest things in existence. There is the bury into the potential upstage. No, Astral's just barely quick enough.
That could have killed at 80, to be honest.
Yes.
Astral's doing a really good job at, like, getting low profiles to work out now and getting the and using like full hops to go over stuff. Just generally a lot more approach mix-ups than the normal like short hop aerial type stuff that you see. Again, there you go. You see the dash to get under the laser. So definitely a lot more approach mix-ups, and that's why Astral has been able to rack up a lot more damage than he has in previous games.
Oh, nice. Good catch from Astral,
nice.
getting the back air, closing off the stock. Finally, you have to say, here from Astral's perspective.
Yeah, definitely. And realizing that he can't use, like, he can't chase Rob that far, but he can throw gyro and then react to whatever Rob does when it comes back down. So very smart, like, ledge trapping to kind of use Rob's own kit against him to help deal with his stalling.
Something worth noting as well is that Snowglobes really has not been charging gyro for the same reason that we've outlined, that it's really good at just stopping Inkling dash, because if you charge it, it goes further and stays in the air longer, giving Inkling some opportunity to just dodge it with that dash. Instead, just gonna not charge it, gonna put it on the ground and leave it there as a stage hazard, basically, just to really deter Astral from approaching and getting something started. And this is those small things, right, which really make the difference here.
Yeah. This is a really risky situation for Astral, and Snowglobes is just kind of being patient and waiting and realizing, hey, look, there's a timer, and there's only under 2 minutes left on it, and I have way less damage. So unless Astral pulls off something big, Snowglobes might not even need to get this kill.
Yeah, this is not quick play. Damage is enough to not get a sudden death here. So certainly, Snowglobes has the option to run with it and just let Astral approach, because they have to. There is the up throw, ramming the Inkling into the ground. A little bit savage there, but it's going to take the shot.
The advantage that Snowglobes has now is that Snowglobes doesn't have to really approach at all, and anytime he does, it's basically just a mix-up. Because he has this full stock lead, 1 minute left into the set. He can basically just stall as much as he wants. If he actually approaches more here, Astral's going to be really surprised by that, and it could work. And we're seeing that.
That could have been a nasty extension there. Oh, try for it with those
now with this huge percent lead, I mean, the game's basically already over. It's just a question of whether or not Snowglobes can get the kill before the time runs out, unless Astral pulls off something ridiculous and gets 2 kills in the next 30 seconds.
I mean,
I'm not sure if Astral's got
Inkling is a character that can do that, but it's very unlikely, and the more time passes, the more time is wasted. It's not going to be enough, and there it is. Snowglobes gets the game, gets the set 2-1, and moves on to play Squirrel in losers finals.
Yeah. Just really smart from Snowglobes to just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Even when he was getting beat up, he knew he had the lead. And the more you wait, the